Hi everyone, Sandy here. I am doing some altered playing cards. So I started playing around with this and I thought, you know what, I'm going to turn the camera on. So here's one I've done. So I have this card here and this is some napkin. So I just Mod Podged some of this napkin here and I peel off the white layer of the napkin and Mod Podge that down. And then this little stamp is from stamps I got from Stationery Pal. I think it was Stationery Pal. And that's these stamps here. Very pretty. And then this is from the Tim Holtz fabric washi tape. And then this is from Dollar Tree. And then I just have a little bit of lavender washi tape, and that is from Stationery Pal. And I think I might just add a smidge of this lace. And I think this is from Dollar Tree also, I think. So that's the first one. And then I have these here that I am going to play around with. So I'm going to kind of keep the camera rolling and see how much of this I can get recorded and show you. So I've just kind of went and pulled out just a bunch of scraps. So I have these little bins that I dumped a bunch of things into, and I grabbed my collage paper and some book page and these different washi tapes, and I have my laces and things like that close by, and I have some little jimmies also. So I'm just trying to grab out some things that I thought might work together. And I really wanted to use some of these napkins, so that's why I pulled those out as well. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to go with the creative flow and see how the rest of these turn out. And then this one here, I'll show you the other side of it, is this cute little owl. And I like that my mat is dirty. I like that it has the blues in here, so I'm going off of the blue. And so I have the bingo card, and then I stamped this image onto this coffee dyed paper, and so I'm going to have that there. And then this is also some of the Tim Holtz fabric washi, so I thought I'd put that. And I like having this word inspire, and these I made off my Cricut. And then I like the butterfly up here, and I think I'll add the label behind it, or at least part of the label. So I like how that one's coming along. So I am going to start gluing this one down. I hope everyone is having a good day. It's been a lot of fun playing around with these cards. I like using my Tim Holtz inks to ink up the edges, give it a little bit more of a distressed look. And then just using my Scotch Create glue stick, and also my reptile glue. And I put it in this skinny little bottle. It has a really fine tip nozzle, so it helps me get the glue out more precisely. These bingo papers, I got those off of Amazon, and I think they're great to use in collage and things like that. I put a lot of them in my junk journals as well. Let me know, have you ever done these altered playing cards? I know they're huge and not new, but I hadn't really done it before. I am participating in a Instagram swap where we're decorating some cards and sending them off to other folks, and then each of us will then also receive some altered playing cards. So it's kind of a fun little swap. So here I'm just adding this little stamped image. And I got this stamp at, I'm pretty sure it was Hobby Lobby. It could have been Michael's. I always wait for their stamps to go on sale and wait for them. But I love mushrooms, and when I saw that stamp, I just had to get it. And I really like it on this coffee or tea dyed paper. I think that adds a nice vintagey look to it. And then I'll trim around the edges and clean it up later. And then this linen tape from Tim Holtz, I absolutely love this. And I'm just trying to decide exactly where I want to place it and what I want to trim off. I don't want to cover up that mushroom stamp because I just think it's so cute. And then using this old hotel room key helps spread the glue out. It's a neat little trick. I also use those room keys when I'm playing with my mixed media because they help as I'm putting modeling paste through stencils and things like that. So I'm just trimming this linen tape off, and I find that my sewing scissors cut this linen tape really well. If you haven't invested in some sewing scissors, I highly recommend it. Now this linen tape, it probably doesn't need any glue because it's pretty sticky, but I went ahead since I had the glue out and put that on there. I'm still playing around with my camera angle. I think this works out pretty good, but y'all have to let me know. Oops. Here I'm just inking up the edges of the playing card now that I have all the pieces on there. And then I'm putting this little word down. And I printed these off my computer. I didn't use my Cricut, as I mentioned earlier. I just used Microsoft Word. And I had this really pretty cream colored paper I had gotten out of my dad's office. My mom hasn't emptied out any of the stuff from his office, so I've been slowly kind of emptying that stuff out to help her out, and as a bonus I get some nice free junk journaling supplies. And it brings me closer to my dad, knowing that I'm using his stuff. I know that sounds silly, but it does. My dad and I were very close, so I still miss him today. Yeah, he passed away in, gosh, I think it was 2011, so it's been a while. And this cute little label I put down here. And then I inked up this butterfly and just gluing that on there. And I think this is turning out really cute. I like this one a lot. Let me know what you all think. And don't you love the owl on the other side? This vintage one, I believe this was from my mom. My mom used to play bridge, so I think this is one of the ones that she gave me, I think. I don't know, I've been buying a lot of vintage playing cards as well, finding them at estate sales, and I am buying them a few on Instagram. There's some friends that I have over there on Instagram, and they sometimes have some of the cutest ones for sale. And here I'm just going back to this first one, this purple one, and gluing the washi tape down before I glue this pretty little purple lace ribbon, I guess, on here. And purple's my favorite color, so this is one of my favorites. When I saw those little purple beads at the Dollar Tree, I was like, ooh, I gotta get those. And I'm not a blingy person, so this is a little bit out of my comfort zone to be putting some bling on here. but I like how it turned out. And I love the napkin, the purple fuchsia flowers with the hummingbird. Just very pretty. And that playing card, it didn't have a pretty, decoration on the card. So this was a good way to cover all that up. And since this is ribbon or lace ribbon, I'm using my Fabri-Tac to try and glue that down. Yeah, let me know what your all's favorite color is. Purple is definitely my favorite color. And it's so funny, I think it's both of my daughter's favorite color, which is kind of cool. I don't think I influenced them, but maybe I did. I don't know. So I have on this side this pretty pink hibiscus, I believe is what that is. And so I thought I would decorate up this side. And I really like having a little bit of book page. I'm trying to decide if I want the 8 of diamonds to show. So I might have that show maybe down here. And I like having a little bit of the pink, the guest check. So I think I'll have a little bit of that. And then I think I will glue on this. And I think I'm going to put this mostly over the text because then the text will show through. And then I like, I'm going to put a little bit of this packing paper here. And I might have that underneath the book page. Yeah. And then I kind of like this idea of adding, I don't know if I'll add all of the ticket or half of the ticket. And I might put either stamp an image on here or find something to put on here or a word or something like that. So that's that one. So let's get to gluing this one down. And I'm going to start with this book page. Like I said, I think I want to try to have the 8 show. So I'm trying to decide if I want it to show on the top or the bottom. And I love using up book pages. I think it's another great item to collage with, as well as packing paper. I saw some other folks on Instagram or YouTube using packing paper, and I was like, what a great idea. For whatever reason, it didn't dawn on me. And I have used it several times now, so I absolutely love it. It's so funny how we start to look at things differently, packaging. I got some of these sterile gauze pads for my eyes with all of my eye surgeries and stuff. And the packaging that they come in, I was like, oh, these would make really cool pockets. So now I'm saving the packages that these sterile gauze pads came in. It's like, oh my gosh, my husband's going to kill me. I keep saving stuff instead of throwing stuff away. But hey, that's what us junk journalers and crafters do, right? Ay, ay, ay. So I decided I'm going to have the 8 of diamonds show down at the bottom. So here I'm just trying to get everything all lined up. It's been so fun helping out my daughter with her new baby, as well as her first baby. But yeah, baby Lana is doing really well, and I guess she's almost a month old now. It's crazy. And Mary's being a really good big sister, helping out and things like that. It's just so cute. I took Mary to Build-A-Bear for the first time the other day as a kind of a special treat, and it was so much fun. I hadn't been there for, oh my gosh, probably 15, 17 years, because my youngest is 23. So she was probably 5 or 6 years old last time we went. Maybe 7 or 8, who knows. She loved those things. But it was so much fun, and She's pretty good at making decisions and picking out which animal she wanted. It was adorable. She picked out this rainbow unicorn because she loves unicorns. And she was so cute when the worker was stuffing. She asked her if she wanted her unicorn to be soft and squishy or if she wanted it to be big and strong. And she said, soft and squishy. It was really cute. So here I'm just trying to figure out how to arrange this guest check. And this is another great thing to buy. You can pick them up at Walmart or on Amazon, at office supply stores, and use those as well. I've tea dyed these, but this one is just pink. I thought it went well with the rose on the other side, so I kept it. Just used one that I hadn't tea dyed just yet. And of course, I want to ink up around the edges. And then my son-in-law, he took Mary to Disney on Ice the other day, and she had a ball. She loved it. She really likes Minnie Mouse right now, and they had a lot of fun. My daughter was wanting to take her, but she just didn't feel comfortable yet leaving Atlanta for that long with, breastfeeding and all that stuff right now. So Dad got to do it, but yeah, he had a good time. So they've been doing pretty good, and I'm excited to be able to kind of help out more now that I'm retired. Kind of pick up and take Mary places, or go watch Atlanta and let Amanda do something with Mary. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, this one's coming along pretty well. I feel like I still need some sort of focal point on here. So I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for a focal point on here. I think that this napkin, I'm going to decoupage or Mod Podge this on here. You could also just use your glue stick if you want to. I had the Mod Podge handy, so I decided to do that. And I just tore around this hummingbird just to add a little color into the background. And I don't know if this will end up being the focal point. I feel like it's going to need something else, but we'll see once I get this on here. I try to just use cheap paintbrushes with my Mod Podge because I usually end up ruining them. So I don't want to use my nice paintbrushes. It's a little wrinkled, but I kind of like it that way. I don't have a ton of napkins. I'm trying to resist buying a bunch of napkins, but I see so many pretty ones on other YouTube channels. It's hard to resist, but so far I've done pretty good. I try to just look at estate sales and at Goodwill and places like that. So I'm going to let this dry and move on. And then this one here. So on this side, it's a real pretty scene. I haven't glued these down yet. So it's a little couple walking and some pretty roses, kind of summertime, springtime. That's kind of what my mood was when I was doing these, is making these all springy. So this is just a piece of scrap fabric I stamped on, and another piece of fabric, and then this word. And then this is another napkin that I decoupaged on here. And I got to decide, there's something else I need to put up here. I just don't know what yet. But I love this bird, and I like that little cluster up there. Now this is just a little scrap of fabric I had left over from a junk journal I had made. But I thought the green worked out nicely. I feel like altering playing cards is a great way to use up scraps. Go around and gather up a bunch of different scraps you have around the craft room and kind of see what goes with what and put it together. It's kind of fun because it's like little surprises. You're like, oh, this will go great with that. And so it's kind of fun to see what materializes serendipitously. And I like this is just like a little piece of cotton or linen, and I had stamped on it, and thought that was really pretty. And then put another word. Always good to add a word or some numbers to your ephemera. Add some nice interest. And you can either buy them, people sell them all over Etsy, or you can make them on your computer pretty easily and just try to find some, interesting paper or colored paper to print them out on. Or you can ink them up to give them some age. And so here I'm trying to figure out what I want to do in that little upper corner because I feel like it needs something. And this ribbon, I was trying to see if I would like this ribbon here. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's green and yellow. And then maybe I'll put it over on that side. So it's again, you just kind of got to play around to just see what speaks to you. What you think is going to look good. So I'm still not sold. So now I'm trying some other ribbon. Yeah, I'm excited to send these out. I hope that the folks that I'm sending these to like them. That's another thing I want to do is some more swaps and things like that. Now that I'm retired or almost retired. So if anyone's interested in doing some swaps, you can email me your address, mailing address, and we can coordinate some swaps. I also have a private Facebook group called Junk Journal Friends, and you can join that, and I'm wanting to try to do a whole lot more swaps and stuff over there. So I couldn't decide what I wanted to do on that one, and so that's another tip is if you're not loving it, set it aside and come back to it. So I've moved on to this next card. And again, I had taken some of that Tim Holtz Distress, and I just glued that on there, his collage paper, Tim Holtz collage paper, and then just gluing that on there, and then putting a little music paper. Of course, you got to ink it up. Yeah, then the weather's finally starting to turn nice here. So I'll be looking forward to getting outside more, starting to get my flowers planted. I always have a lot of container pots out on the deck. And then I do a few, I also plant some out front as well. Not very many anymore. It just gets to be too much. But I like having them out on the patio and the deck. Have flowers started blooming where you all live? We've started, a lot of our trees have started blooming, and some of the daffodils and crocus and things like that. But then it's gotten cold again, so I'm not sure if that's going to impact some of them. And then this is just a little paper doily in the upper right hand corner that I inked up, put up there. Trying to get all the little bits glued down. That's why I like that precision tip on these little bottles. Gotta make sure you put the lid back on or it'll dry up. Washi tape, that's another great thing to use on these altar plain tag. So I trimmed these cards off camera, trimmed up around the edges. So you can see they're a little cleaned up, but they're not finished. I need to add a little bit more. So I've come back to this one, and I put down a little bit of washi, but I wanted to add a little bit of glue so that I knew it was going to stay on. Because I wanted that, a little something extra in that upper left-hand corner, but still want the number to show. And so I'm adding that green and yellow ribbon trim to that spot there. Again, using the Fabri-Tac. So let me know if y'all think these look springy. I was going for a little bit of a spring vibe. I think it's getting there. And then this one, this is a fun, crazy card here, vintage card. And so playing off the yellows, I thought it would be fun to add some of this doily and this yellow butterfly. And I don't know if I want to add a pop of green or just go like completely yellow on this side. I haven't decided. So that's kind of, and I might have more of the card show. I haven't completely decided yet. Yeah, I love these yellow doilies. And that is a Tim Holtz butterfly, pretty sure, from one of his ephemera packs. Wanting just to give a little grunge to the doily there, so it's not as bright. And then I had this thought of to add a little bit of this wide washi tape before I put the doily down, just to add another layer of interest. And I got this from All Out Journals, I believe is where I got this one. And I have a discount code listed down below that you can use. I do get a little bit of money, but it's no extra money to you. So check them out. They have some really cool junk journaling supplies. And I didn't tear this very well, so just trying to add a little extra piece there. It was all stuck to my fingers. And then I figured I'll just trim around the excess doily there. And kind of figure out what else I want to put onto this card. Just grunching up the ticket there. It was a lot of fun just kind of going with the flow. Whatever I was feeling, whatever I liked, just kind of putting it on there. And this is one of my favorite. I love the retro, the bright colors on the other side. Yeah, trying to figure out what else I want to add on here. So I'm going to stop the camera and I'll come back on with the final flip through. I found the perfect thing to add. These gold stickers I got from Stationery Pal, and I got them on the clearance. And so I thought this gold flower would look really good here. And then I also added a daisy. It's from a ribbon, and added that. And then here I've gone with, of course, my wax seals. I feel like that's the perfect touch to finish off those cards. So here I'll show you the final look. So that's, I put some of that eyelash trim underneath the wax seals. Love how those turned out. And then this one with the gold trim and the daisy. Thanks so much for watching.